In the sweltering summer of 1813, the Iberian Peninsula was ablaze with war. Napoleon's armies, once seemingly invincible, were reeling from a series of defeats at the hands of their British and Portuguese opponents. The Peninsular War, which had begun 3 years earlier, had turned into a grinding stalemate, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The main participants were the French army under Marshal Jean-Baptiste Jourdan, a seasoned veteran of Napoleon's campaigns, and the combined British and Spanish forces led by General Thomas Graham, a grizzled veteran of India and the Iberian Peninsula. The French had occupied Castalla since 1811, using it as a strategic outpost to control the surrounding countryside. The British and Spanish, determined to drive the French out of Spain, aimed to capture the town and break the French grip on the region. As the two armies faced each other outside Castalla, the air was thick with tension. The French army consisted of around 25,000 soldiers, including a contingent of Imperial Guard troops, while the British and Spanish forces numbered approximately 22,000 men. The stage was set for a bloody showdown when Graham, realizing that the terrain favored the defenders, decided to launch a night attack on the French positions. Under the cover of darkness, his troops advanced stealthily, avoiding the deadly fire from the French artillery. The night attack caught the French off guard, and initially, their defenses were breached. However, as the dawn broke on July 13, the French lines began to solidify, and their artillery batteries unleashed a hail of cannonballs onto the British and Spanish ranks. One of the lesser-known facts about this battle is that the British forces employed an innovative tactic, deploying their 2nd Brigade as a screen to absorb the initial French fire before the main attack was launched. Meanwhile, Spanish General José de Zayos led his infantry units into Castalla, where they encountered fierce resistance from the French defenders. The fighting was intense and chaotic, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. By mid-afternoon, the tide of battle began to turn in favor of the British and Spanish forces. A series of intense skirmishes along the town's perimeter pushed the French back, allowing Graham's troops to pour into Castalla from several directions. As the sun set on July 13, the French lines finally broke, and their army retreated in disarray. The immediate consequences of the Battle of Castalla were significant. The battle paved the way for a series of victories that would eventually force Napoleon to withdraw his armies from Spain, marking a decisive shift in the balance of power during this pivotal conflict.